Hi everyone in YouTube land. We are still in the library as far as where the dolls are located, at least my Ashton Drake dolls. And so we are celebrating a new birthday. And so it has been a year for some of you who have been following my channel. It's been a year since I've had my doll Betty and Judy, better known as Bettina and Judith, and they are a sister's love from Ashton Drake. So it's been a year since I've had them. And you guys know how I love cards. So since we have an ice cream party going on, I figure that Bettina can have this happy birthday to a granddaughter who grew up so fast, because that's true, a year has gone by very quickly, and also grew up so sweet. And I do feel like she is a very sweet doll. She's a toddler doll from Ashton Drake. And so I'm able to put all kinds of cute clothes on her. As you can see, this beautiful bishop dress with the cherry yoke that is really, really pretty under, or actually over her white shirt. And her shirt has like a little ruffled collar for her neck. And so on the card, again, it just has like a little ice cream scoop and what would be a cupcake wrap, or a cupcake wrapper, where you usually make cupcakes in, or muffins. So that was kind of unique. I thought that was kind of interesting. So I usually like to have cards for my dolls. And for little baby Judith here, I decided to give her this birthday card, a sweetie pie, a honey child from head to tiny feet. So when I think of Judith, she is representing a newborn doll. And when you think of newborns, you think of those beautiful tiny feet. So in my case, they were beautiful tiny brown feet. So I was very, very happy to see this card for one of my dolls. And so now I feel like it's complete, because these cards were just meant to give to Betty and Judy on their birthday. So Betty is eating some faux banana split, and I got the banana split or the ice cream set from TJ Maxx or one of the TJX companies, Marshalls or Home Goods or one of those. So her sister Judy is a little too young to enjoy the ice cream, but I figure since since Bettina, Betty, has been a really good big sister, holding her sister all this time in her arms, she deserves a little treat. So her sister here, PJ, has some strawberry ice cream, and they're sharing spoons since I don't really have enough spoons for everyone's ice cream treat. And getting back to my Michel Talbot doll and his birthday, because he was a July birthday, he was a summer doll, and I opened Bettina and Judy around August, the August time frame. So, this little guy, we're still celebrating his birthday just because it took me a while to get the right birthday card for him, but I finally found it. It says, "Happy first birthday to sweet little, fun little, one little you." And it has like a little Dumbo-esque character on it. I don't know if this is Dumbo for sure or not, but I really love the blue in the card and the way the yellow looks and how he's sitting on top of a yellow and tan like cake. So whenever I think of that color blue, I just think of my beautiful boy dolls. And his sister now has the ice cream card, where it's kind of like ice cream for any occasion. And so since her birthday, she has a winter birthday, but because they're twins, even though I got them at different times, I feel like they look so much alike. I just have them as twins now. So even though she has a January birthday, box opening video, I decided to give her a little birthday celebration card too. And the same will happen with Michelle Talbot when her winter birthday rolls around. So all my other dolls are still in their summer-like things, but they are enjoying their sweet treats, except for obviously my Flora Cressida doll, who is always like a sleeping little baby doll. And this little lady, Nova, and her real name is Novaline Octavia, for the little octopus that she has on her shirt. And her bib says wild and free. And so finally she has the pacifier with the bees and the holder, the pacifier holder connected. And I still wanted to have her with her welcome card because I got her not too long ago. So everyone is participating in the birthday party that I'm having for my two little summer dolls. And speaking of summer, I have one more haul to take you guys through. So hold on for just 1 second. All right, this is my newest doll. I got her for under $13 at Home Goods. And she is a, what kind of doll is she? She is a Global Sisters doll. So I'm not really sure what kind of company that is, but she's got this beautiful little leaf. Well, they look like leaves, but I think they're meant to be like flowers in her hair, so like a flower chain. But because it's autumn, or not autumn, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Because we're kind of concluding with summer, they have fall-like colors, including on her dress. There's like fall-like colors, like the orange and the burnt orange. And she even has like wellies on, which are rain boots. So I like the fact that I found her for under $13 at Home Goods. I also found Hudson Baby at one of the TJX stores. So it has like it has 3 cute headbands or head wraps, and it has 3 different kinds of socks. So I figured that would be perfect for Nova to wear. And another thing I ended up getting that was Hudson Baby was this. Again, this reminds me of Paris. I don't know why. Something about maybe this reminded me of something that Grace Thomas had in her collection for American Girl. But it comes with 3 socks again and 3 head bows. And I ended up getting this for my music for my doll collection, or my youngest. My youngest is kind of slowly growing out of these. So this is a music CD. And the songs that it plays is the Piano Sonata in C for Mozart. Then it has a little bit of Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, Bach, and Chopin. So I'm going to try that. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of music in your background when you are working with dolls that look like Reborn dolls. But these are not Reborn dolls. These are Ashton Drake dolls that I dress up as if they are Reborn dolls. I'm still not really sure what to think of the Reborn community yet. At one point, I thought that Ashton Drake was accepted in the Reborn community, but now I'm not really quite sure. The Reborn community seems to be, going through a change where there's a new definition, or I guess they're trying to really define themselves as the Reborn community, who exclusively works with just Reborn artists. So that would take me out of the running as far as being part of the Reborn community. So now I feel like I have to correct myself that anytime I'm working with my collection, which does not have one single Reborn doll, but I do have a very good number of Ashton Drake dolls that I utilize as Reborn dolls quote unquote reborn dolls, because now I'm not really sure that term is even affiliated with Ashton Drake. Just because Ashton Drake is a well-known doll company all around the world, and the Reborn community is exclusively now, I think, just for Reborn artists and Reborn doll collectors. So that's what I have found out pretty recently. And I don't know if it's just because of all the hoopla with the shortage of formulas that real moms are experiencing with their babies. And I do know that in the Reborn community, a lot of Reborn dolls or Reborn collectors use baby formula to do some role play with their Reborn dolls. So I don't know if there was like a backlash against the Reborn community, and maybe to separate the Reborn doll collectors from other doll collectors. Maybe what happened was that there was a firm line drawn down the middle for those of us who just collect Ashton Drake dolls and those of us who just collect Reborn dolls. So I think that was the line that was drawn down the middle to separate us or to isolate us from the unpopularity that was going on with Reborn collectors who use the formulas that are made for real babies. So I don't know if that was supposed to protect those of us from the backlash of what the Reborn community is going through. That's just my take on it. I'm not really sure. All I know is there was like rumblings and murmurs of how we as doll collectors have to better define ourselves. Are we American Girl doll collectors? Are we Ashton Drake doll collectors? Are we cloth doll collectors? Are we African American doll collectors who just exclusively collect African American dolls? So all of a sudden, everyone wanted to be redefined. And so for me, I know I'm an African American doll collector, but I have more than just African American dolls, even though I collect mostly African American dolls, because everyone likes to, see themselves in dolls. So I know that's big for me and my family. But, and I know I've been discriminated against on YouTube for being African American, by trolls and whatnot. But I don't know who started the whole Reborn identification as far as that community. I don't know if it came out of the Reborn community, or I don't know if it came from someone who did not want to be affiliated with the Reborn community anymore ever since the formula shortage, because people do role play with formula. And I know now that there are moms all across America who are in search of formula that is no longer readily available. So for me, because I have Ashton Drake dolls, I never really did any of that. I never did the whole role play, baby formula, that whole thing. Like my dolls eat, they just pose. I dress them up and they eat fake food. As you can see, this is not real ice cream that they have melting all over them. This is obviously store-bought TJX play food made for dolls and made for play. So that's my take on everything. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to Ashton Drake dolls in the future, if they're going to be affiliated with the Reborn community anymore, or if they're just going to be exclusively known for Ashton Drake collectors. So I'm going to obviously go with the flow and change up my terminology where because I exclusively collect Ashton Drake dolls, I don't have one Reborn doll in my collection, so I guess that would take me out of the Reborn community. So, that's my take on it, and that's all I have to say, I guess. So I'll talk to you guys later.